Perfect out there. Yeah, I see you. I'll tell you why, because I told Pam no. Again, you know, it's a shame these women and men also, particularly the black men and women who engage in this sort of behavior, right? Again, they have a false sense of power because, again, it's a false belief mechanism that has been conditioned into their mind because those are in the authoritative position who are feeding them information based off of, shit that they're doing, manipulation, covert warfare, and covert psychological warfare, and the use of directed energy weapons, silent sound, to manipulate people's mind, right? And so you got the Sambenas, as I call them, Sambos and Sambenas, who engage in these sort of behavior, right? Because again, when you're ignorant to what's really going on and you're all about yourself, right? And this is what they'll try. Here's the thing too, in how black women are being manipulated, right? When they're in relationship with black men, they don't ever think about the man in the relationship in ways that matters to that man, okay? It's about what they want, okay? It's about what they want, right? And so they don't ever seem to look at their treatment and their behavior towards those men. You could treat a woman as good as you can. She will disrespect you. She will do things without even consulting you, right? Because this is their behavior. And they're being conditioned like that. Okay? So I said, and then what they do is that we have a screwed version of what happens because the women are the ones that are allowed to tell their narrative and villainize the men. And, we're supposed to just be silent. This is where the man shaming comes from. When they say, men shouldn't be sitting around talking about women because they don't want other men to tell other men the truth, right? This is their condition. And how they tried to shame us. This is why they hate Kevin Samuels so much, because he didn't tell the world these women dirty secrets, or not dirty secrets, but these women behavior patterns. And what is it they do? They did that. They came on his show and they did that themselves. Okay? And they hated him for that, right? They hated him for that. So anyway, and this is what happened. They don't ever think about these things. So like I said, with Pam, her telling me, whatever, they try to make it seem like, oh, I'm trying to not support her career. I've been supporting her career, okay? I've supported her career more than anybody else, right? I stuck by her when she told me how many times she cheated, right? When she told me how, when she was going to school and she needed money to go to school, like I don't know, she could have taken out a loan because she took out a loan. But what did she do? They sent a plant to her, right, to give her money, right, because she was, she took out all this loan and she needed to, I don't know how much money we gave her. She didn't really tell me. Okay, so I don't know. But I know she slept with him. That's what I know because she told me. Right? Why? And why? Because she wanted to hurt me. She wanted to hurt me because she wanted to break up with me. And that's when she told me. Not when it happened, right? Not when it happened now. Because you see, now after she got her degree and after she got her job and stuff like that, then she tells me. So women are very calculated. And this is what I tell my sons. Oh, by the way, the color tonight as I'm going home is the color gray. Now, I didn't mention it before because I didn't see, but you can go back to the videos, look at the videos. Gray car, 2 gray cars coming up here. Before there was about 4 or 5 together, right? Look, another one across the street, right? So see, look, there's 3 black cars, right? But look, it's a gray car here, a gray car here, another gray car coming down here, right? So again, like I said, I understand how they will use certain colors, because all I got to do is just look at the pattern, right? They'll first start out with the gray. They'll first start out with bombardment of maybe 5 or 6 cars of the same color, right? And usually it's, if it's other than black or other than white, which is like probably the 2 most popular colors, but they'll start to use the color gray, right? And they'll do it in such a way where there's a bombardment of cars with that color, right? And so this is how they will, again, do their targeting to make me become aware of the color that they're using. And again, gray is a neutral color, right? So they try to act as if they're neutral. They're not neutral, right? So they'll show me the ability to manipulate people, like with my daughter. I've been wearing my boots since I first bought it, right? Since December, right? So today, like I said, she asked me, Daddy, why are you wearing your brown boots? And like, she knows that's the boots I wear every single day. You know what I'm saying? So, but anyway, I know what was going on. Look, gray. Again, another gray. See how they show up? What's this? Another gray. Right there, followed by black. Look, Amazon Prime gray. Hilarious. Anyhow, but let me get back to what I was saying. Right? So they are very calculated. They are very, very calculated. And it shows you, like as men, when we support women and things happen to us, they turn their back on us and they walk away. Okay, look, gray. See how they show up now in pairs? All right? They turn their back and they walk away because they're conditioned a certain way. Right? Because the white racists and, the women at the job that they go to, they'll tell them, oh, you shouldn't put up with that. But again, go and listen to, Jason Black he has two YouTube shows. One is called The Black Authority and one is called The Business, right? And again, I want you to see how many cars, gray. Well, I think I pointed these 2 up before, but there's another gray car that went that way. But anyway, so you had he did a show, and then you had a woman in the comments section, right? She didn't have her picture on there, telling black women, I don't know why black women put up with this. If you're making more than him, then, you need to find another man who's making more money. And so you need to leave him and this and that, right? So he invited her onto the show because he was like, she was very active in the chat room. So she calls in, of course, again, didn't even, put her picture up, but she eventually did. And she was a white woman. Right? And he said to her, he's like, well, tell me about you. She's a nurse. She's married. Her husband was a doctor. Right, gray. Okay. Then he started asking her a bunch of questions. They got 2 kids, what have you. Right? And she's like, yeah, I don't know why black women, why they put up with this if they're making more money than the man and whatever, right? So he's asking her, you're married, what's your husband doing? Oh, well, my husband, he's home. He's a stay-at-home dad. Oh, really? Interested. How come he's not working as a doctor? Well, he was fired from the job because he was taking drugs out of the hospital. He was an addict and this and that. Oh, really? Okay. And how long ago was this? Oh, this was 7 years ago. So here's a white woman who was telling black women not to put up with black men, particularly if they're making more than them, right? And she, still married to her husband, who is a drug addict, who got fired from his job as a doctor because he was stealing drugs from the hospital. And so now, for the past 7 years, she's been the breadwinner of the home, while he's the stay-at-home dad. So why is it that she didn't follow her own advice that she was giving black women? And this is why I say black women need to wise up. They need to wise up because our communities are being destroyed, our families being destroyed, our children are being destroyed. Okay? But I really think it is too late for this generation of women, particularly in their 30s all the way up to the age of 60, right? And what began to give me hope is when I see young women say, no, I'm not listening to these older black women. I want to get married. I want to support my man. But they're not showing you these types of women on social media. What they're showing is the woman who, will tell you that, well, if you want to date, if you want to go out with me, then, you need to send me money to pay my rent. Then I go out with you, right? So the woman has now become so transactional that it's outright prostitution. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. And again, the downplaying of such things, particularly in the black community and with black women, it's a shame. As men, we could have never gotten away with anything like that, right? Today I saw a post that the woman said, she was like, it's a black woman. She was like, oh, I'm in my healing stage, Her healing stage is posting her bare ass on social media, twerking and dancing. That is her healing stage, right? No serious self-work, no work on changing the mindset, changing the negative, the toxicity, none of that. Her healing is being able to do what she probably wanted to do when she was in a relationship, was post naked pictures of her shaking her ass on social media. And that's the truth. But do our sisters want to hear the truth? Do they want to hear that? While our community is crumbling, right? While they are going through so much trauma, right? But they don't see it as trauma because why? Because the excitement, the fantasy is overtaking the toxicness, right? The negative impact that it's having on them, okay? So they will block out the negative impact of what it is that they're doing and focus more on the excitement and the fantasy and at the moment excitement and thrill. And that's it. That's it, right? So, it is what it is. Well, like I told Pam, I said, hey, no, I'm not doing it, The fact that you can't even come to me and apologize to say, hey, you know what, I'm sorry for saying what I said. It shows me that, you know how, and I keep saying all the time, I said, for years I've been telling you that you have no respect for me. And because you figure I love my kids and I want what's best for my kids, that's something that you don't really love your kids and you don't really want what's best for them. And I'm not saying that to get back in a relationship, because I'm not doing that. Like I said, you have to go to therapy and get therapy for yourself, okay? Stop looking at other people's lives and try to live other people's lives because your life is different. Like gray, again. Keep on your show. Another one in pairs, gray and gray. I gotta laugh because again, I know by the colors how they do it, how the synchronization, the frequency. So anyway, yeah, You know what I'm saying? Like, if she come to me like a woman, actually, again, she's not a woman. I mean, I shouldn't even. She's not a woman. She's a female. Okay, just like after her, I'm not a man, because for whatever reason, I'm not a man, right? Again, I was supportive. Even when I'm going through whatever I'm going through, I still had to, put the shit aside to tend to her a lot of times, and and that's me, and I don't regret that. But moving forward, I'm not doing that because again, the way to try to you telling me that the reason why, because I won't fix your toilet, that you're personing me and disrespecting me, and that's the reason why. Why should I continue to engage and do and support you when when you all that's going to do is empower you to act that way towards me? Not happening, not anymore. Talk to you guys in the next video.